Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well, and if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, exciting day today because we are officially spray painting the greenhouse. I feel like this has been such a long time coming. The weather has finally cleared, it's stopped raining, so yeah, we can finally get painting. If you saw the last video, it's actually the next day because when I went to spray paint it started to rain, so we had to call that quits, and yeah, go from there. But today is the day, so I've just given it a brush over quickly just to make sure any of like the last little bits of dust are off, and then I'm going to take all of this off. I've got my plain t-shirt underneath, so I like my old one, so yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm so excited for this. What I've done is I've actually got a black matte, so that's the one we're going to go with. I'll link where I got it from below. I picked one because I saw it recommended in a forum. It's actually a graffiti paint, and someone said it's really good for spray painting onto metal and things, and it holds really well, so we're gonna see how that goes. But they didn't have the one that I ordered, so they sent me a alternative, which is, they've said, is more matte, which is great, but we'll see how it comes out. We'll see. So yeah, very exciting. But yes, I think we're just gonna crack on. I think the best plan to do is start at the top, so if it does go a little bit wrong, it will be hidden a little bit. I won't see it as much, let's say. I have also left the base on here just so it keeps it off the ground. I'm going to be replacing this anyway, so but yeah, it will just be a lot easier to manage this way. So exciting. I'm actually so happy with it. The colour is perfect. I'm really pleased with the coverage as well. I'm trying to just do like loads of little light layers, but I don't actually think I'm going to need to. I think I'm just going to need to go over it where I'm not very confident with a spray can. But I think, yeah, I'm really pleased. So obviously time will tell on whether it actually holds, but this is the spray paint. I'll link it below of where I got it from. It is a UK based company, but yeah, I'm so pleased. Guys, I'm so annoyed. I've just recorded loads of footage and for some reason it's not working. I don't know why. So very frustrating. Apologies for that. However, it has literally just been me spray painting. What I have had to do is I did have to go out and get some more paint. Unfortunately, they didn't have the one that I had before, because I had to order that online. However, it is the same company, and I've managed to just get a matte black, and it is coming out exactly the same colour, so I'm not too worried. Let me just quickly show you, because I'm so pleased with how it's coming out. I'm so pleased. It looks so smart. I'm so pleased. The bottom bit doesn't matter that it's all jaggedy, because that's the bit that's coming off. I just kept it on there so I can get right around the edges of the actual greenhouse itself. But it looks so good. So it's a matte black. Don't know if you can just quite see it on camera, but yeah, I'm so pleased. I have now run out again, unfortunately, but what I'm going to do is, they have got it at a nearby store the other way, so once I finish up here, I'll head that way back, pick it up from there, and then head home that way, because I should only really need one more can. So this is the one I first used, which is really, really easy to use. It almost goes on like a powder. So you just do like a few layers and it's just a really nice coating, dries really lovely. Whereas this one, it is a little bit more wet, so it is a little bit harder to control, and I do find that I'm getting a few drips from it, and it's probably why it's being used up a lot easier, or a lot quicker should I say, but it's still drying out pretty nice. It's not as matte, I don't know if I'm just looking at it at a different light, but yeah, just both really good. This one is about half the price, that's the only difference, but due to calls, unfortunately. Right, day 2 of painting the greenhouse. It doesn't look like it because I cannot wait to wear other clothes apart from this, but I refuse to get anything else ruined. So, managed to get 3 more cans delivered yesterday. I ran out again. So, yeah, I've got 3 more cans. What I'm going to do is, it's nearly done, so we're going to finish off the last little bit. I'll show you it, and then what I'm going to do is leave it to dry, and then over the next few days I'll come back, we can take the bottom off, dig in a little trench, put in a little base for it. I'm just going to get some bricks and then attach the base, the bricks to the greenhouse that way. I don't want to do wood, it's just going to rot and I'm going to have to redo it anyway, so I think that would just be like the best way to do it. And then yeah, we can finally start putting it all back together and finishing it off as well. So very, very, very exciting times, I feel. I've just realised as well, I do need to get some more seals. So when I say seals, I mean these bits here. So I'm just covered in paint everywhere. But yeah, they're like the tiny seals, and basically they go along these bits to stop, obviously, like the glass scratching up against the metal. So I need to order some more of that. I did order something, but it was the wrong thing, but I'm wondering whether I can use that for something else as well. So I haven't returned it just yet, but yeah, I just need to pick some more up of this one. I think it might have to be an Amazon job because it's really hard to find. Okay, we are all painted. Very, very exciting. I've just realised as well, while I was doing that, I've had my jumper on backwards the whole morning, which is always fun because I've been out and about, probably with my label hanging out. So let's turn that around before I forget again. But yeah, it's all painted. So what I'm thinking about doing is leaving the rest of it for today, not doing the doors or the roof window, and do it because they've got loads of glass panels in them and they're not going to take long to dry, and I've definitely got enough paint, so that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them until I'm ready to put the glass back in, which should hopefully be either this weekend or early next week. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. I'm just going to have a little bit of a tidy up of everything, but yeah, it was very, very productive today. So these are the ones that I've picked up that I think are better than the other ones, which are the, I don't know if you can just see that, they are slightly different. To the cans I had before, but I think they've come out exactly the same. That's just the only difference between them. But yeah, I think they're exactly the same. I think one's just a different packaging and slightly bigger bottle. So they are also about a third of the price as the other ones, and I think they're much better. They're far more forgiving if you go over a little bit that's slightly too much, or they just because it's more of like a powder than like a liquid, they just dry up. It's just, yeah, it's just a little bit more. It does take a little bit more to get a coverage, but actually I think if you're a newbie, I would definitely go with these ones. Okay, we are back. I have no idea where we left off in the last video because it's been about a week. However, the greenhouse is holding up well. The paint has really, really lasted. However, I did miss a little spider's web when, I think it's actually a nest, when I painted it, and so I painted over it, and they're very thick. Who knew? But it means that there's just like an area that's missed, so I just need to spray that today, which is fine. But I've also thought, really good idea, because the greenhouse is in the position that I really want it to be in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint the floor rather than having to measure it out. Spray paint the floor, and that will tell me the location that it needs to be in. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I've bought with me some sharp sand and some ready to go kind of concrete, just so, depending on how it is underneath, if it's full of gravel, I think we should be okay. The ground's pretty solid, but if it's not actually underneath, when I dig down, I have got something just to like level things out a little bit and just make it a little bit more sturdy, because I'm going to have to screw into the brick. But I've also managed to bag myself some free bricks, so very, very, very grateful for that. It saved me about £100 because I really wanted to do reclaimed bricks, because I really want to try and just make this as sustainable as possible. But reclaimed bricks are very, very expensive in comparison to new ones, so yeah, it is what it is. So I didn't really want to use the expensive ones that are just going to go in the ground. We can use the expensive ones to go around the outside if needed. So yeah, that is the plan for today. So I'm just going to spray paint the bottom, move the greenhouse, and I can start digging away, and then I can properly see kind of what is underneath. Right, we've got everything here, all the bricks, sharp sand if I need it, and this is what I went for, was the blue circle quick set concrete, just because it's ready to use, and it doesn't say that you have to like mix it with anything else. You literally pour it in, level it out, pour water over it, and it's set. So yeah, I hope this will be like the easiest one, because I am not a builder, so fingers crossed. But yeah, so greenhouse has been moved. I spray painted it before I finish, and what I'm going to do is, because this line is the outside line, I'm going to use it, and I kind of want to make sure that I've got enough of the brick to screw into. I'm going to use it as like the middle line for where the bricks need to be laid. So yeah, I feel like that should work out really well. I should have enough. I've measured it as a standard brick size, and I should have enough. So I'm just going to quickly go around now, line it all out, and then I can go around with a dig, or just like rough marking around the outside, and that's kind of where I need to start building the trench. The idea is as well is that because of the gravel in the floor, how gravelly it is, I might not really need the sharp sand or anything like that. It should hopefully, the concrete should hopefully just sit on top of the what's it called, sit on top of the gravel or on top of the floor, but I obviously won't know that until I start digging in as far as I need to go. So just going to use a couple of them as just like a little guide. We're going to do a little test, dig down, see how far down we need to do the brick, and then I'll use that as like the guide all of the way around. So fingers crossed we don't botch this up, because I kind of only have one real go at it. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be really, really good. So let's crack on. Okay, we don't quite have enough bricks. However, I should be able to get some more. It's absolutely fine. But also another problem is I cannot dig into this ground. It is absolutely solid. Yeah, it's a struggle, I won't lie. So I'm just gonna have to go away and have a little think about what I do in how to dig in. I've used this, which worked kind of really well over here. I've used this. I just cannot get into it. So it's like concrete already in there. Like, it managed to get 2 in, and then it is I just don't know what to do. So I need to have a little think. That's literally as far as it goes in. That's it. Won't go any further, and it just then comes up and scrapes along the edge. So yeah, not quite sure what to do with it really. And unfortunately, I'm just one of those people that I've made the decision that the greenhouse is going here. So the greenhouse is going here. I should be able to find a way to work around it. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I don't quite know what else to do really. We'll see. Okay, so while I think about what to do, I managed to pick up this from Amazon, which, bear with. So I managed to pick up this, which basically, I've managed to get 18 meters of it. So fingers crossed it's enough, but basically it goes along this part of the greenhouse like frame, and then the glass sits on top of it so that it doesn't like scratch up against the glass or the greenhouse itself. So I'm just going to go around and just start putting that on, because then if I need to order any more, I can order some more today for it to come tomorrow. So yeah, I'm trying to not get myself worked up on and try and use all my time to do this when I can use it for here and still make some progress. Okay, so I managed to get from that corner all the way around, and I've done this front as well to here. I found the pile as well of the bits that came off it before. They probably need a bit of a wash, but I think they should be okay. So I'm just going to pop them under the sink, or under the tap, sorry, and then give them a little bit of a wash over, and then hopefully we can reuse most of them, or as many as possible, should I say. Some of them are a little bit too short where they've been cut and just not worked out, but we should be able to get a good use out of them. Right guys, I've run out of time for today unfortunately. However, I did manage to get quite a lot out of that little bundle, so I should probably only need to get one more roll of what I had before, so it's perfect. I'm gonna go away and I'm gonna have a little think about this situation. I don't really know what else to call it because I don't really know what to do. However, we're gonna go away, have a little think about it, and then we'll see what the best course of action is, and then I'll be back tomorrow and then we can finish this video up hopefully. I know it's all very higgledy-piggledy at the moment, so apologies for that. All of my plans have not gone to plan, so we're having to just improvise as we go, which means that it's all a little bit muddled, but fingers crossed we can get some more progress tomorrow. See you then.